You mentioned QVC, or Instagram is now QVC for millennials. Before we talk about specifics like developing my calendar and how often should I post, I just want you to talk about the nature of selling through Instagram at a high level, meaning why is Instagram better for sales than, say, traditional social media channels? Because I'm finding myself in a position, Chris, where like it just seems more natural. I don't know if there's another way to describe it.
You want to share with our audience what you bought the other day on Instagram?
Well, yeah, this is maybe the aha moment I experienced as a consumer. So I was looking for a veterinarian to come to my house to give my dog acupuncture because my dog has a bad back. And unfortunately, if he goes to the vet, he's just like,
Go ahead.
Yeah, well, he has bad back. He's going to go to the vet. He's really nervous. So I found this woman on Instagram. I DM'd her. I said, hey, do you make house calls? She says, yes, I do. She goes, what's your email? I gave her my email. She goes, what's the best phone number to call you on? I gave her my phone number. And then she sent me over all the information. She followed up and we booked her. And Chris, it's like $250 for them to come see me. But
so it went down in the DM, right?
It went down the DM. Yes.
All the normal channels. You went straight. And let's be honest, that's a bougie ass service, Jimmy. That's a bougie ass service.
Yes.
Acupuncture for Pekingese? That's a real thing?
It's a real thing. I don't think she specializes specifically in Pekingeses, but yes, it is a real thing.
but your point is very valid. Like, people are there to shop a little bit. Like, and you want to know why? People ask me this quite a bit. It's because for years it was a linkless society. You couldn't link anybody anywhere. Like, you can do links now with Swipe Up. They've got a couple ads where you can do links now. Yeah. But when you build a network for 5 to 7 years and people can't click out of it, it makes the advertisers have to get clever inside of it. Does that make sense? I mean, that's really what it is. Now, go to the next slide, because this is kind of the real life version of that. Like, pretty soon, Jimmy, you're going to be signing up for those acupuncture shots right in the app, because this is something that just got announced this week. Like, you're going to be able to buy items from an Instagram post without leaving Instagram. Now, we're not naive enough to think that people are going to buy a house. This ain't Open Door, you know what I mean, on Instagram. This ain't Zillow Offers on Instagram. But what I'm getting at is people are being conditioned. Like, my wife DMs me ads. She saves ads. And you know the other thing that happens a lot on Instagram, Jimmy? And you know how it's hard to attribute everything? Sometimes they see your post and your ad, and then they just go to Safari and pull you up. And that's really hard to attribute that they did that, but it's happening. So, for us, like, if people are shopping, we want to have our items in front of them. And people are certainly shopping on Instagram.
Well, there's one thing I'll say before I set you up for this next question, which is how do we actually increase the frequency of our posts? I think if you pay very close attention to my story, it started with a Chris, what's a question we get all the time in lead gen? How do I get more phone numbers? Right. What we're talking about here is the order is sort of changing. You're starting with a conversation that leads then to contact information, not necessarily contact information to conversations.
Well, that's what we're doing right now. Like, I guarantee you right now, if Annette is DMing with people, they're saying, hey, here's my zip code. And she's saying, awesome. What's the best phone number and email to send you the information? And then screenshot that and type that into the CRM. Or you could be romantic about how things have always been and let it frustrate you. But we love these changes. These are exciting changes.